Hi, it's Norman Sutherland from Higher Ground Lifestyle. Welcome back. What we want to look at today in the ongoing Jimny project is the issue of the emergency kit that I currently carry in the Jimny. You'll remember from some of my previous videos that this vehicle is replacing a Land Rover Defender. And part of the challenge for me is trying to fit all of the equipment, all of the gear that I previously fitted into Defender into the Jimny. Now, I always carried in my Defender an emergency kit, not to deal with major emergencies, but enough to cover us if we came across a problem. In the Defender, that emergency equipment was carried on a special carrier on the rear door. In the Jimny, obviously the space is a lot more limited, but there is still some good usable space, and I've set myself the challenge of fitting all of the emergency equipment that I previously carried in the Defender into the small storage area in the boot. Now, this has been an interesting process because it's made me think really long and hard about what I really need to carry on a day-to-day basis. Part of the reason for this is because I want to restrict my emergency kit in its entirety to the boot tray on this UK SZ5 model. Bearing in mind that the emergency kit we're talking about is not specialist equipment I might be taking if I'm going out for a day in the snow or in the mountains. This is equipment that I want to be left in the vehicle at all times. So I want it to be completely out of the way in the boot tray, but I want to know that in there is everything I need if I get into a basic emergency situation. As you can see, I have a bit more work to do on the first aid kit. That's currently not located in the boot space, but I'm going to make a much smaller first aid kit in the very near future and we'll incorporate that. But for the time being, let's have a look at what we do have. By the way, I would always keep the first aid kit in a very accessible location. I'm not going to pack that in with other things because if you do come across a situation where you require it, you want to be able to get your hands on that pretty quickly. But what I've done is I've managed to source these great bags that fit very, very neatly into the boot space. And that's the bit I've left in the middle for a new smaller first aid kit. And I've got them branded with the Higher Ground Lifestyle brand. And in here I have managed to pack all of the equipment that I had in the Defender. It's taken a bit of thought. It's taken the purchase of some new smaller items to replace the ones that I had previously, but this does absolutely everything that the emergency kit I have always carried does. I think what we need to do, because it's raining here just now in Scotland, is to take these bags inside and see what we've got in them. And the great thing with the bags, of course, you can just grab them in the event of requiring them, and out they come. Handle on the top, very neat, very tidy, great solution. Let's go and have a look at what's inside my emergency kit. Okay, so we've come inside now to have a look at what's actually in the bags that I keep in my emergency kit. The bags themselves, first of all, I managed to source these bags off the internet because they're pretty much the right size to fit in the boot tray. And I've had them branded, as I've mentioned already, and I'm thinking maybe that we'll make them available for sale or maybe as giveaways at some stage in the future for people who are prepared to help us to promote the Higher Ground Lifestyle Challenge. So, 3 bags plus the first aid kit. Already mentioned, my plan is to make this a bit more compact. Not a lot more compact, but so that it will fit neatly into the tray. The first aid kit is a completely separate consideration, and I think maybe at some stage in the future, if we've got time, we'll have a look at what I believe we should be putting in a first aid kit. I've got my prompts on the screen here as well. Let's have a look. First thing you can see, there's actually plenty of space in the bags. I could fit the first aid kit in the bags quite easily, but I'd rather not for the reasons I've mentioned already. Okay, so what have we got? We've got some water. I usually carry at least 1.5 litres of water. The water not just for drinking, but also for cooking, for boiling, for washing things. So some water. We've also got some sterilization tablets. This is a classic example of how you can make your survival kit much smaller. When you buy these tablets, they actually come in a plastic case that's just ridiculously large. You don't need it. So take the tablets that you need, put them in a bag, sterilization tablets for additional water should we require it in an absolute emergency. Titanium mug. I use a titanium mug not simply as a mug, but also as an implement for cooking. And packed inside this titanium mug, I've got tea, coffee, hot chocolate, lots of other bits and pieces, high energy drinks. Also packed in this titanium mug, I have got, if it's going to come out, a gas cylinder. Big tip here, if you're going to carry a titanium mug, get one that's big enough to hold the smallest size of gas cylinder. It's amazing the space saving. The other great thing with the titanium mug is I use the titanium mug with my mini cooker, which is also part of my kit, to screw together, and I'm not going to assemble it just now, and actually use that as my cooking pot, my stove, and everything that I can use to cook the rations that I also have in the kit. Now, if I was going walking, I might be inclined to take dry rations, but for emergency rations in the vehicle, to be quite honest, I love these Wayfarer rations. They taste great, they're absolutely edible, they're quite a good size, and I like them. So our kit is coming together.